another episode of the Art Bros, and we are excited to talk about supermarkets.
Supermarkets.
Supermarkets. Look at it.
Oh my God.
Supermarkets. Ah! Okay. Anyways, guys, this is Mike. With me is Fancy Dave.
Hey.
Say hi. And Patrick, as always.
Hi.
And we're here to talk about a little bit of Sigmar Polke and this awesome piece called Supermarkets. It's in your face. It's very colorful. And I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of background before we start. So, Mr. Sigmar Polke, he spent a lot of his childhood fleeing from persecution. His family fled to Austria after World War II, and then they escaped the communist regime and ended up in Germany. And then, well, all of that shifting around kind of never gave him this sort of normal childhood. So we kind of see that in a lot of his work. In this work specifically right here, we have supermarkets. Super complicated. Everything's going on at one thing. Sigmar's art was very attacking of media, attacking of commercialism, attacking of capitalism. Do you guys get that from this?
Yeah.
I think that's like the number one thing I
don't
get.
say.
Oh, you don't say. Yeah. So Patrick, when you see this, supermarkets, what comes to your head? Like, supermarkets.
I mean, how can Superman not come to your head? Like, with that definitely bottom right one, he was just kind of like sneering. You know, he's just like, check it out. He's like,
I got that canned ham before you did.
Produce. No, I mean, it's just like, it's this. This is huge in person. This is a really big piece because
you've seen it.
Yeah, I gotta check it out in person. And it is like intense. I mean, seeing it just on the computer screen, it's kind of like, yeah, it's very active, but seeing it in like full scale and it towering over you, it's kind of hard not to feel like you going back to earlier, this is some like inclination, like attack on media, you know, because you have just so many different ideas going on, but it's just like there's such a like strong premise going on since supermarkets is just like in big, like just big text.
It's in your face. It's in your face.
And you get some type of Donald Duck character, I think, on the left, you know. So.
Yeah, you do. So this was made in 1976. It's partly silkscreen. It's gouache. It's got some acrylic in it. In the 70s, TV was becoming a big thing. You know, TV was becoming the number one source of entertainment, if not the number one source of entertainment. So a lot of the art in the 70s, especially the mid-70s, was protest against commercials, protest against people trying to sell you things, because that apparently is what America had turned into.
Was this something that was more focused out in Germany, though?
This was, yes. Yes, you knew this. How do you know that? How do you know?
You briefly mentioned it.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. It's still the same thing. TV is starting to become this huge thing all around the world.
I can get TV from this, you know.
Yeah.
I can. Yeah. I mean, once you say that, like, I kind of feel like that definitely helps, like the pieces of the puzzle come together. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
That's true.
What I'm curious. Wait, do you guys know if this was a preset like comic panel? Like with all the Supermans, or did
I
Sigmar
think it's
do
just it's all appropriated. And like he takes it from a Superman comic and then puts it all together here. I don't think this was actually like all Superman checking out this, because it could be, you know.
I
didn't go too deep into the research for this.
Okay.
I mean, he could have taken it straight from a comic panel, but he could have also appropriated and arranged them.
Well,
too.
Sigmar, man, he was like fucking all over the place. Like, he did everything. He did like
photography,
film, photography, collage, silkscreen,
and all of it though. And what I really respect about him is all of it kind of attacked media. You know, and no matter what kind of technique or style he was using or medium he was using, most of his work was very like trying to question society into like, can you really believe your eyes? You know, what people are showing you. Do you really believe everything they show you? And he actually has a piece that is called "Can You Believe Your Eyes?" But that's for another day.
So what do you guys think he's questioning in this?
I think he's kind of making fun of American lifestyle, in my opinion, because he's got a bunch of Supermen doing like grocery shopping, which is something that we don't really typically see a Superman do.
I
And
don't know,
maybe
dude. I thought you said you were a DC fan, dude.
that's
The-
right, man. I am,
I've
right?
read-
And
I've
I
read-
can test that.
I've only read one DC book, and that one DC book I read, it's called Superman Goes to the Supermarkets.
Superman supports supermarkets.
And it is just hilarious.
But do you guys think he's making fun of Americans by using Superman, like this iconic truth, justice, and American way sort of guy, and kind of making him look like he's just an average American citizen?
I don't know. I don't.
Maybe it's just
that's what I get.
maybe it's just Western culture in general.
Okay, yeah, Western culture in general. I would agree with that. I also think that maybe he's using Superman to kind of sort of emulate this image that these companies say that their products can do for us. Like, oh, buy our products. You've seen commercials.
Yeah.
Even commercials back then.
I've seen commercials.
Yeah, you've seen a little bit.
Yeah, dude.
People have sold me stuff.
People,
Yes.
yeah, I buy things.
Yeah, and the commercial's always this like pretty attractive person or this like stoic manly person. Even today, they're so fucking horrible right now. These like manly people are like, buy our product and you'll be just like me. Well, here we have like, go to the supermarket, buy things, you'll be just like Superman. That's what I think. That's what I'm getting from this.
Yeah, I kind of want to stray away from Superman though, because like even though Superman is a lot in this, you have like all this like little imagery going on around it. Like it looks like I mentioned Donald Duck earlier, but it looks like I don't know, he's been shot at. Those red dots are like
yes, that's
blood,
true.
and like I don't know, it's just like it's little things like that where it has a sense of like intense subject matter, but
It's a little disturbing.
yeah. Well, it's just like it's very childish in a way,
And I think that's the scariest part about it.
Yeah, it's just like it's like looking at the Superman thing. I mean, it's black and white. It almost feels like a coloring book page, and then outside of it, that's where you get a lot of the color starts to take over because. Even though a few of the Superman are like they're red or they're blue, if you go outside of that, it's just like explosion. It's like
you're right.
explosion.
I'm starting to get a creepy thing about this. I'm starting to get like supermarkets. It looks like a kids show. This whole thing looks like an episode from a kids show. Sort of like are the commercials and the media and everything that we're exposing kids to, is it shaping the way they think? Like that kind of makes the whole supermarket's exclamation point make sense.
Yeah, this looks like psychologically ill.
Yeah.
This like, I mean, I know.
There's that rather capitalist-looking fellow at the top right.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
that evil in there.
Yeah,
the fat cat.
Yep.
Fat cat. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it gives like the same impression that a clown does. Like why people are scared of clowns because like here's this supposedly happy figure, but yet somewhat like you develop some type of like irrational fear with this figure that's supposed to be happy.
Yeah, it's like, too happy.
It's too vibrant. It's too good. It's too ideal.
Yeah, I like that. It's too ideal, and I think that's the big thing we can take away from this. It's too ideal. Okay, so final thoughts.
You go first, Mike.
I love it. I think it's a great attack on media, even back in the 70s. I think we need more art like this, honestly, today. Fancy Dave.
What do I like? I like subversion. Pretty much similar to what you said. In terms of the composition itself, though, I do like how scatterbrained it kind of is. It kind of almost has like a weird psychedelic thing to it.
70s, bro.
Oh yeah, man.
Let's see, Patrick.
I know Sigmar worked a lot with collages, this is clearly like a collage of mediums, just like when Mike was saying the amount of mediums that was done with this, so it definitely has that sense of overwhelming and like that childish thing to it with all the color, Donald Duck, Superman, and all these like comic book images. Do I like it? I mean, I'm impartial to it, because like when I first look at this, I'm not too crazy about it. But then, it kind of like goes back to like the attack on media. It's just like I continue to delve into that subject matter. It's just like, like this. I just feel like that this 2D image has like a lot of layers to it.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like an
Literally.
onion?
Hey man, anything that attacks the man, I'm all for.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
All right.
man.
So guys, like us if you like this video, like us on Facebook. Subscribe to us here on YouTube so we can keep making these awesome videos for you. I'm Mike, Fancy Dave, and Patrick. Well, I'm not all of them.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm Mike.
Right.
I'm
So
Mike. He's
till
Fancy
next
Dave.
time.
Peace out.
Mhm.